How's it going, everyone? David with Wisconsin Outlook here today. So this weekend we got a bunch of rain and slush, and it didn't make me feel comfortable going out on the ice with that much rain and slush on top of it. So I decided to stay home and get really bored and not do much of anything except watch other people ice fishing. So I thought I'd shoot a nice little video for you guys about my rods today. So the first rod that I'm going to be taking a look at is this rod. Is the Schooley Arctic Blue 42-inch rod. And this rod, I actually broke the tip off of it. You might be able to see that on the rod there. It's kind of got a weird pink nub coming out that green part there. That's because I broke the tip off, so it's more like a 39-inch rod now. But I love this rod for hole hopping. It's got a really sensitive tip on it and that nice orange on it, so it really allows me to see a light bite too. And with this rod, I just have 4-pound line on it. That's the 4-pound McCoy ice line that I'm using on this rod. Then the reel that I'm using is the 13 Fishing thermo ice reel. So far, I've only used it the one day that I got out on those crappies, and I really like this reel so far. The drag on is really smooth, and it just reels up nice, and so far it's treated me really well. The next rod that we're going to be taking a look at is this little Fravel rod. Now this rod didn't come with the reel that's on it. It came with a different reel, but I need that reel for something else, so I put this reel on, which came on a different Fravel rod. But this is a Fravel reel that comes on some of their rods. It's just a really simple 1-to-1 ratio reel, and there really isn't much of a drag system on it, but it works really well for what it does. And this is another just shorter, nice sensitive rod. You can see the upbite on it really well. So this rod is going to work really well for me, hopefully. And then I have 2-pound McCoy ice line on this guy. Moving on to the next rod, we have the Fravel 27-inch quick tip. It's got that little orange bead on there to make it nice and easy to see your bite. Then I have on there the Eagle Claw inline reel. So far, this will be my 3rd season with it. I like this reel a lot. It's been treating me well. I've gotten big pike, well, not big pike. I've gotten over 20-inch pike in on this reel, and I like this rod. It's got a nice quick tip on it to a nice backbone, and I caught some good fish on it last year. And then on this rod, I'm also running 2-pound McCoy ice line. And so for the final reel today, we have an interesting rod. This has a similar Fravel reel. This one came off the quick tip rod, and I am not at all sure what kind of rod this is. I got it from, it used to be my godfather's, and my dad gave it to me after my godfather passed away. But it's just a nice little short rod with a nice sensitive tip on it. See the upbite, and it's just nice and sensitive, and it's got some good action to it. I think she's sleeping. To the bed. But I really don't know anything about this rod. If you guys know anything about this rod, please let me know, because I would love to get a bunch of these rods, but I think it might be a custom rod or something. I really have no idea. It's got a wood handle on it, but I love this rod. It's caught me some big bluegills and perch, and this is the rod that I got my first walleye on ice on. This is the rod that I got my first smallmouth bass on ice. So if you know anything, let me know. And to finish up this section of the video about the panfish rods, I have a very special rod here. Some of you will recognize this. This is the Green Hornet. And the reason some of you might recognize it is because of a movie called Grumpy Old Men, about two grumpy old men who lived in Minnesota, and they liked to ice fish. And this was the big rod in the movie that one of the old men caught a lot of fish on. And I've caught a lot of fish on it already. I received this rod from my very lovely wife for Christmas last year. She found it on eBay. You can buy these in a few places. eBay is a good place. If you go to Wabasha in Minnesota at Slippery's Tavern, I believe they sell these rods there. But it's a really simple rod. No reel. It's just got the little thing to wind up your line on. So you just bring it up by hand, and I just added this little clip-on spring bobber on there. It's a really good spring bobber. Helps me detect the bites really easy, and then when you get a fish on, you just pull it up. So that's that rod. And that concludes the panfish rod section of this. So now we get into the two walleye rods that I plan on using this year. The first rod really isn't made for walleye, but it's a Frable rod, ultralight 24 inch, 2 to 4 pound it says, but I have 6 pound on here, and I'm going to trust the drag on this and hope that it doesn't fail on me. It's a little bit stiffer. This was my first rod that had an inline reel on it, and I like this rod a lot. It served me well, and hopefully it can catch me some good walleyes or white bass or whatever. And this reel is a Berkeley ultralight reel, left retrieve, it says on there. And it's not a great reel, but it's what I have, so that's really the name of the game for me right now, is I use what I have to the best that I can. The line on here is Fireline Crystal. I used it last year on some of my rods and it worked really well. And the last rod is another conundrum. It is something. I have no idea what it is, but it's, I want to say, medium action rod. It's pretty medium in action. Doesn't have a great backbone to it. You can feel the bend all the way into the handle. I used to use this on my automatic fisherman before I got a different rod for that. And the same thing, I have 6 pound Fireline Crystal on here, and I missed an eyelet. Look at that. When I stringed it up, I didn't put that eyelet through. And so this reel is an HT Intrigue reel, it says. And I'm hoping that this will catch me some good walleyes too. I got the clown colored Jigging Rapala size 3 on there. And I'm hoping to get out on Poigan this weekend. I know that the west side is totally froze over still from before the snow that we got. And then it starts to get patchy over to the east side, but on Thursday night it's supposed to get down to 3 degrees. So I'll at least be able to fish the west side for sure. So then those are my rods that I just want to show you quick. That's the rods I have, and just telling you which ones I like so far. And why don't you tell me what rods you guys use in the comments below. Tell me if you like this video. Tell me what other videos you want me to make about my gear maybe. And make sure you like, subscribe, share the videos with your friends if you want. I'm trying to work on teaching you guys some more stuff about my fishing and stuff, give you some tips and tricks for fishing, tell you about my gear, and make sure you follow my Facebook and Instagram. I'll link those in the description down below. I post updates as they come there, so if you want to stay as up to date as possible, just make sure you follow those. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.